Sledgehammer Games have been posting plenty of job ads on Activision's official website recently, and through them we've been able to piece together some much-needed info on the upcoming Call of Duty 2017, which remains officially unannounced so far. These job ads have spoken about everything from character design to technical visuals, and now we have another one of these job ads that talks about sound design. As per the ad, Sledgehammer Games are looking for a senior sound designer who will presumably work with them on this year's iteration of the Call of Duty franchise. Sledgehammer Games is looking for a passionate and experienced game sound designer to help create a fresh new AAA oral experience for our next project, the ad says. As per the ad, the person who gets the job will be involved in virtually every aspect of game audio content development, alongside one of the most passionate and experienced audio teams in the industry. There's been little info on Call of Duty 2017 so far, but we expect to hear something from Activision and Sledgehammer soon enough, going by their annual announcement patterns. Look, I liked Ubisoft's For Honor. It was mechanically deep and nuanced, and I think as a multiplayer game, it's new and fresh. Players did too, and it appears to be doing well. However, as with all Ubisoft games, there are certain policy decisions that mar the experience of playing the game somewhat. Take the game's microtransactions. Reddit user Bystander007 posted an interesting observation on how much it would take to unlock everything that's in For Honor, including emotes, executions, effects, outfits, and ornaments. The number comes to a staggering $738 of real-world money. You could get a new PS4 and a Switch, and a game for each for that kind of money. But of course, microtransactions aren't mandatory in the game. You can just play the game to grind the in-game currency needed to unlock these things, right? Well, as it turns out, you can. But to unlock everything, you'd need 2.5 years of playtime. That's ridiculous. Of course, in general, most players won't want everything in the game. But this shows once again how overbearing microtransactions can become. Hopefully this is something Ubisoft looks into. Games such as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn have upped the ante on what players should expect from open-world games significantly. So much so that the traditional Ubisoft open-world formula is beginning to wear thin by comparison. With a new, ambitious Assassin's Creed game in development, is Ubisoft concerned about the competition that these games pose and the resultant rise of player expectations from their games? Ubisoft's head of content for Assassin's Creed, Amar Azaziah, recently participated in an AMA on Reddit, where he tackled this question. Man, I started on AC2, and we were released among Mass Effect 2, Uncharted 2, etc. It's good for gamers, and it pushes us to improve even more. I mean, if you look at MGS-V, Zelda, future Red Dead 2, there are so many great games to learn from, which means I will play them and say I'm doing research. We welcome more good games, and wherever we will release, we'll be ready for the competition. So in a nutshell, bring it on. At the same time, Azaziah also confirmed that the images that have been leaked for the game are not real. If so, they certainly are very elaborate, and one has to wonder when we will at last see more of Assassin's Creed. It's good to hear that Ubisoft won't develop in a bubble, and that it's eager to learn from the advancements coming as a result of all the other games in the industry. It should be interesting to see what the newest Assassin's Creed game will be like. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt was the epic and stunning conclusion to CD Projekt Red's spellbinding take on the story of Geralt of Rivia. CD Projekt Red promised that it would be the last game in the series, and the story does end on a rather definite note. But this was before the game went on to become one of the most critically successful games of all time, before it went on to sell 10 million copies worldwide. Given the massively expanded fanbase that they now have, CD Projekt Red feels it would be unfair to not follow up on The Witcher 3. It would be unfair to fans not to make one, said Adam Kaczynski, CEO of CD Projekt Red. We've been working in this universe for more than a decade now, and I don't think it's going to be the end of it. It is still early to talk about it, but we've not forgotten this series. This frankly makes me excited. If the new Witcher game is as great as Wild Hunt was, then I would love to play it. Of course, if it exists, it's probably not coming before Cyberpunk 2077, which is CD Projekt Red's next project.
And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at GamingBolt, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.